Alright, so what's up, YouTube? Grinding. Alright, getting her done. Uh, Here's what we got. Bada bing, bada boom. Fuel cell mount. Battery mount. Where's, here we go. I'll throw it back on there. Alright. Man, that light's probably killing it. There we go. Okay. So, battery, fuel cell. So, anyway, kind of got some distance in between them two, so nothing crazy happens. Got room for everything. Now, need to get this in here. Need to get this on in here, because as you can see, that's going to be the catch for that metal. So that'll all line up, cut that, get that all straightened out. I need to draw a really good box back here so that I can frame it out with this. But I'm gonna do that. So got all this going here. I got this is done. Parachute mount is done. Battery and fuel cell are done. I need to weld them up. That's all just a kind of tacked in place type thing. But I'm gonna put some braces on there and weld that all up. If you're curious on the fitment, I surprised myself. Okay, I surprised myself, boys and girls. But as you can see, that fitment is perfect. How? I don't know. I have no idea. But I will say that this here, a little guy here, whatever this thing is, all right, this little machining table or whatever you want to call it, and the old drill press, all right. Freaking dude, this shit works phenomenal. And then I learned how to mark the center of tubes, all right, like actually get the true center. And it's as simple as this. You just set it on the table, put them both side by side, right? You got to use two of the exact same size. And you just rub something across the top of the pipe. All right, you want to make sure that they don't move. You don't want them rocking back and forth and shit. You want them things stuck. And you rub the top of the pipe. And I just used one of these, sat it on the top of the tube, rubbed it back and forth, and it gave me a nice line, and I marked my vertical. And then I used this here. As you can see, those two marks, the 33 and the 43 there. Those are the length of the pipe from center to center on the other side. Mark that on there, and then just sat her up in here and notched her right on out, man. I mean, it worked out great. Which, granted, those are the easiest notches to do, 90-degree notches. But hey, all right, gotta start somewhere. Okay, so I tried to make, like, I could have made this a little more better looking or whatever, but simplicity, easy. Can I make it look good in a simple way? It's kind of where I was going with that. So worked out good. I'll be able to cover that with an aluminum box. It'll all sit on there. Everything planes off perfect. So like if you take a flat edge and just set it on the tabs, it runs across there and nothing's high, and it freaking is perfect, dude. How? I don't know. I have no idea how it worked out so good, but it did. It worked out great. So gonna get all that welded, and then I believe while I'm in here dealing with this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I'm gonna have to trim my edges, okay, on both sides, right and left, okay, like center this up to where those holes are equal on each side. and then make sure that my 90s that are coming down from this, which anyway, like my little 90s that are going to come down, will weld into this, and there'll be a 45 on a miter, and I'll weld them together, and then I'll weld it all in as a nice solid box inside of there to catch this metal along the sides, along the top. And then I'm thinking about using this strip again, but just maybe leaving it flat. Like I said, I got some there. Now I could probably shear it down, but I was thinking about putting some, like, I don't know, this ain't gonna fit right, but if you could follow me, just kind of on the inside, we'll just put it out here, but like on the inside of this one, and my metal will go up against that flange per se, and screw along the side, you know. I'm thinking that's probably what I'm gonna do. So I've been wondering how I'm gonna mount this side here, and I believe that that's like back in here area, and then like a little spot here, and then I gotta run across here too. I gotta come across here, but I'll end up using this 45 for that bottom anyway. Basically got to get it all the way from here up, across, back down, and all the way to about right here is where it's going to be, basically, so that it all catches and has somewhere to screw and yada yada yada. Anyway, once we get all that done, then I'll come out here, hit my parachute mount real quick, get my tether done, knock that area out. Boom, done. All this back here is done. Well, just to get the on and off switch in there too. Get that on and off switch mounted and working. And then after that, we're moving up to the window net. And that is going to be a great day. That is going to be a great day. You want to know why? Because after that window net's in, my car will be able to be certified. It will be certified just without the sticker. Knock on it, Austin. Knock on it, Austin. All right, let's hope that it'll cert. I'm pretty sure that it's going to cert. Okay, I have no doubts in my mind. No doubts. Okay, so she'll cert. But it's actually built a little more than it needs to be, so we're going to keep going. It is 9 o'clock at night on a Monday, and I just got all this shit tacked in, so tomorrow we're going to weld it, start doing these. I'm going to get that done so that all that can be boom, boom, boom. Get those little guys done. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 them. Get it to where that aluminum can get mounted in the car. That way that all that welding's done. I want to cover that. I want to cover most of this shit. Not cover it, but like along certain things, I want to put that seam sealer. And I just want to kind of seam seal stuff so that it's nice and looks good. AKA covers up my shit welds. Kind of. So anyway, yep. Other than that, I'll talk to Reed today, and they don't have any blooms laying around. That right now they are out of blemishes and broken stuff. And I want to use a Reed case, so buying a Reed case apparently. So be getting that thing going. I can't afford it right now. I mean, I can, but then I'm broke, so I got to. Well, I'm not broke by no means. It's just I just don't want to spend that money until I got enough saved up. Anyway, long story short, end of this week, I'm gonna order that transmission and get it on its way. And I'm thinking that'll give me plenty of time while I'm waiting to do that to get the window net in, get all this back here done and welded out and all that. And then my main focus will just be the floors. So rolling. All right, we'll see what we can accomplish tomorrow. I'm going to take off my shoes, man. Shit, it's been a long freaking day. So I saw a thing that says late nights build legends. That's what we're trying to do. All right, so it is what we got, Tuesday. All right, worked on her last night. Got this framing done. Got all that framing there done. Starting to weld it up. I've got all 4 main supports welded up. Got them all done. They really don't look that bad. I'm kind of getting a little bit better here at getting better. I just wish I was better before I started it, right? But anyway, it'll hold, man. It'll hold. It will hold. Okay, so I'm gonna get these tabs welded up. I went ahead. Went ahead and bent up a bunch of these here. Got a bunch of them. So bent up a bunch of them so I can start doing my my framing work back here. Get this done. Start getting this going. So, but I got to get this welded in first. I'm gonna get this all welded first, and then from that I'll move forward, because I plane off all this stuff, so I got to kind of re-fixture this up. I got to put that ruler across here so that I can go straight across to my deal, get a good reference, all that jazz. But we're slowly canceling out this entire rear end. I'd like to get this rear end done before I even take it to him this weekend. So that'd be freaking awesome. So let's see what we do. All right, so it's welded. Got everything welded up, done. There. And all them tabs are welded. Round tubes, everything's welded. Nice and flat, braced it, da-da-da. Alright, so that's done. I'm gonna start doing this. Start messing with all this here. I'll get some pieces kind of tacked up and stuff. Just get them in there and see how it goes. I'll put some pieces in there and then I'll show you what we got. Okay, so we got her fired up here. I got the first hole. I ain't moving that because I don't want to scratch up my body. Is center of this tube. So that's the center of the car. Bring it on over, okay, down. And all this tied together, fucker's on there by a magnet, but all that's 45 so that I can weld it together. It's all so I can weld it together. Got a little gap. There. And that metal, that tin is just going to slide down right behind that. You see what I'm saying? And it'll come on out. I'll screw it. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 screws. Screws all on the top. I got this bottom piece started here. And now I just got to get this piece made here. So, rocking and rolling. Alright. But definitely pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. I think I'm just going to probably punch some holes in that. Put some plug welds in it. I'll probably do a couple of stitches like this here. I'll probably do some stitches on it, probably in between, and maybe some plug welds to hold that in there. But that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Get this here done. Push pull on and off switch. Got to mount that. And we got to mount that parachute mount. So, rock and roll. Alright, this was a pain in the ass. In and out. I mean, dude, it was, Anyway, coming from under the car, by the way. So, here we go. These are the, like I say, it's got a gap so that the metal can go in between these pieces, the aluminum will. But Oh shit, you can't really even see it very well in here. But as you can see from my shitty camera, let's go to the outside. Alright, I'm out here. I don't know if my light will stay on or not. Oh yeah. So we got a little light there. I gotta weld it all up. But I wanted to get it all fitted so that everything fit real well, and the screw holes would work and all that stuff. So this middle screw hole is center with the car, so everything spreads out evenly, you know what I mean, over each side. So now, this was the hard part in my damn opinion. Hard part. So this is all done. I can weld all this in. Tomorrow I'm gonna take it out, but I gotta punch some holes in this one. Oh, my light's going dead. I gotta punch some holes in this one because there's nowhere to weld it, you know. So I'm gonna have to plug weld these two bottom ones. But the rest of them I can weld from the back side. You know what I mean? I can go ahead and weld them up with stitches or whatever you want to call it. Get that all welded up, and then I had some shorties. Let me see if I got a shorty laying around here. I had just a junk short one. Here we are. But I believe, and of course them damn things are in the way. Hang on. Okay, alright. So what I'm thinking about doing is something like that. Weld those to the frame, have them sticking up so that I can catch you know what I mean, so I can get it. So that's my next move, is making it to where we can secure the panel to this side of the rail. So that's probably going to be these guys here. Stretch that, I don't know. I really can't get 3 bolt holes, man. That's the only problem. It's the one thing that I don't really like, but it is coming from a nothing bend, so I probably need 2 screws. So anyway, I'm going to get them cut and put in there here. I'm just going to see what, that won't take but a second, so let's see what that looks like. Alright, I think this is going to be the wrap up of it. Start doing something else in my next video. Like I say, this is what I got done. So like I say, got all that done. It's all ready to be welded in. And then I think I'm gonna do something like that. I had a couple pieces of scrap, and I think I'm just gonna weld those in there and just put them right on the back side of that bar. I'll crimp them real good to the bar so it's nice and flat. Just beep, 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 beep. Weld that up. Same with the other side here. Like I say, just so it captures the panel. I think that's how it's gonna do it. That's all welded out. Everything's all welded and done. Tabs are all in. Batteries mounted. Maybe just see that. Alright, so that's it. Batteries in, fuel cells in. Just gotta build that deal. But everything that's considered to be dealt with this little deal here, all this aluminum, everything to put the aluminum in, all that's in. So just need to weld it. But it's getting late, man. It's friggin' Tuesday night. It's frickin' 9 o'clock at night. So I'm gonna call that done, man. Well, it ain't done, but I'm gonna call myself done. You know what I mean? But damn, it looks good. Looking good. The only thing I kind of regret is I wish I would have moved this box over just a little bit, maybe a ½ inch to the left, but I really crammed it on that side over there, which I didn't on this, so kind of Wish I would have. But anyway, you know, hey, it is what it is. It'll work. So, be it for this one. Next video, I think we're just going to be buttoning up this back, getting this tether in, get this parachute mounted. I'll show that. And yep, then window net. So, man, we're canceling out this shit. This is good. Good. All right. Love your neighbor. See you next one.